Hello, today we'll be taking a look at 13 of the most expensive PlayStation 2 consoles, and you will not believe how much some of these cost. However, before we begin the list, I want to preface that the consoles on this list are all official Sony releases that, at the time, anybody could have bought. This list does not include one-off consoles such as the Haribo PS2 that was available to win in 2002 in Essen, Germany. There was only one available to win, and it's likely that there's only one in existence, so it's quite difficult to say how much it'll be worth. There are actually several other PS2 consoles that are similar, but that's a topic for a different video. For now, let's just get into the list. The first category of consoles are basic colors. Over the lifespan of the PS2, there have been many color variations of both the original fat PS2 and the slim PS2. These versions were, and still are, nothing too special. None of the ones that I found had a super limited run like the ones at the top of the list. And also, I couldn't even find listings for all of them. So first up is satin silver. This color is available in fat and slim and was released in North America, Europe, and Japan. It cost around $150. Next is ocean blue, sometimes referred to as transparent blue. This color was released for the fat PS2 and only in Japan, making it slightly rarer, so it cost between $250 and $300. Cinnabar Red was made with only slim consoles and released only in Japan, and it cost between $300 and $350. And I will say that this color is one of my favorites on this list. It just looks so clean and slick, especially with a slim PS2. Next up is pink. It was released in Europe and Oceania and is available for only the slim PS2. There were still a lot of pink consoles released, but a little less than other colors, making it a little more rare and thus a little more expensive at $300 to $400. Next is another Japan exclusive color and a fat only color, Midnight Blue, which is similar to the Ocean Blue but not transparent. This one will cost you around $400. And last but not least, gold. This console was also released in Japan only and is only available in the fat PS2. It was also exclusively released as part of a bundle with the game Gundam Hyaku Shiki, which I definitely pronounced that incorrectly, but it's that game right there. So of course, with it being a little more rare, it is a little more expensive at $450. And as I mentioned, there are other colors that I couldn't find prices for. These include pearl white, zen black, ceramic white, and silver. And yes, the silver and satin silver are different colors. However, just like the other colors in this list, they aren't very rare, so if I had to guess, you'd probably get them for somewhere around $150 and $250, if you could find them. Although, I did find a non-color variation as well. It is yet another Japan exclusive and is available in slim only, the Final Fantasy XII PS2. And to my surprise, it only costs between $250 and $350. Personally, I thought it'd be a little more, as it seems more collectible than plain colored ones, but hey, what do I know? Also, just to put these prices into perspective, you can buy an original Midnight Black PS2, fat or slim, for just around $100. Now, moving on to the next category, which has less variations, the 50 millionth editions. These PS2 variations were made to commemorate the milestone of selling 50 million PS2s, hence the name. Very creative. Sony sold their 50 millionth console worldwide in January 2003, just about 3 years after the PlayStation 2's original release, which really puts into perspective how popular this console really was, especially for the time. And just before we get into the colors and prices, if you made it this far into the video and you're enjoying it, I would really appreciate it if you leave a like and subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers and it would truly mean a lot. Thank you. So, the first color is Sakura Pink. It was released in Japan only and is available in the fat PS2. If you'd like to buy one, it will cost around $300. Next up is Aqua Blue. And yes, again, it is different than the other blues. It's a lighter blue. This one again is fat only, but it was released in Japan and Europe, which is surprising due to the fact that it costs slightly more at around $400. And then there's only one more color, which is metallic silver. Again, it's Japan only and fat only. However, I again couldn't find anything concrete on the price. But taking the other prices into account and the fact that it's just a silver, which probably isn't as much of a popular color, I would suspect you can find one for around the same price or maybe even a little less. And an important note about these consoles is that there were about 5,000 of each color produced. You didn't get anything special with them, and there is no major difference in the hardware. So the prices being a little higher but not too high actually makes sense for the 50 millionth editions. I mean, I thought they would have been a little more special and a little more sought after, but I guess they're just nothing too special. But now, we are moving on to the final category, the automotive editions. This set of PS2s were released in celebration of selling 20 million consoles. They are called the automotive or automobile edition because the colors were inspired by colors of cars. All of these consoles were released worldwide and in the fat PS2 version only. The first color is Astral or Star Blue. It costs around $1,100. Next in line is Snow or Ceramic White. It costs around $1,250. Then comes Metallic Silver at around $1,500. The last two colors are Super Red and Light Yellow, and personally, I can understand why these two are the most expensive ones. They are just as rare, but just look at them. They really stand out compared to the other ones, especially as supercar colors. The red is about $1,800, and the yellow even higher at around $2,400. And it does seem odd that the consoles released for 20 million sales are more expensive than the ones released for 50 million sales, but there are reasons for this. The main reason being that there were less of them made. There were only 2,000 of each of these colors, meaning there were only 10,000 total, compared to the 15,000 of the 50 millionths. So that kind of makes sense. Secondly, and this is just me speculating, they are some of the best looking PlayStation 2s. The slick and shine on them stands out and they just look gorgeous. So of course people want them. People are probably willing to spend more money on these PS2s because they look so good. And of course, since there's a limited run of them, the price goes up and up and up. That's because that's just how these things work. And last but not least, we actually have one more category, and that is nothing. I'm just kidding. At least not that I found. But honestly, I would have a hard time believing a PS2 being more expensive than the ones here. So that's the end of the video. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe. Let me know what kind of list you'd like to see next. And let me know if I missed anything. Because let's be honest, I probably did miss something. But thank you very much for watching. It truly means a lot to me. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. And I hope I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.